Good morning. My name is Vijay Gaba.
Good morning. My name is Shalini Agarwal.
And I am Anu Gaba. I am behind the camera and I'm recording. So Vijay and Shalini, can you tell us what you're going to show us today?
So, as you all know, and this year, Pangea Festival, which is the most popular festival of Historical Cultural Society of Clay County, is going to be virtual. It is going to start on November 14th, and the committee asked us to send any cultural program from your country, from your state, and show your cooking talents or some other anything related with your culture. So this year, me and Shalini are going to have a joint venture because Shalini is interested in Warli painting and I'm interested in pottery. So we are going to combine it and to show it to you.
So Dr. Gaba will be showing you how the pots are made, and I will be showing you how we do the Warli art on the pot, and then we will show you the final product.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So Vijay, can you tell us a little bit about why pottery is so important in India? And also if you can demonstrate to us how you make the pot?
Good, sure. Yeah, see, the pottery in India is not used for decorative purpose or for just showing it. It is used very practically. In ancient time, 2000 BC, people are using pottery as in cooking, in kitchen, in war, wherever you say, they use the pottery very much. And they used to collect water, they cook in that, they eat in that, and they have very ancient way of making a pot. So I will show you one small model how to make a small pot today.
Oh, that'll be wonderful.
So this is my wheel. So I already have a clay on my wheel, and we used to, in India, we used to have a rod to rotate our wheel, but we are blessed over here and we are having a motorized wheel here. So first thing you have to learn is that to first make a kneading very smooth homogeneous clay, you put it on the center of that, and then you turn the wheel on. So you first thing is you fix this clay attached with the pressure of your hand. Just pressure a little bit so that it should not get slide here and there. So then you press it like this, and then make this cone very center. This clay, this is called centering of the clay. So first you make the centering. So I will make this cone like this one and just raise it and then make it center like that. So this is first step. The second step which you have to learn is to make a hole in that. So with either one finger or two finger with the wheel on, just press one finger. Because of centrifugal pressure, your finger will stay only in the middle like that. This is called centering and making a hole. This is the second step. You keep your hand always wet. Now third step is to make this hole widen. How much base you want from the for this pot. So keep one hand over here, with one finger keep widening that hole in that like this. So this is getting widened, so you can see that. And then next step I will show you a little bit, but first you have to widen this. So this is widening of that. Then you have to smoothen the base with this spatula, wooden spatula. You have to make it very smooth in that way. The next step, which is very important, to raise the wall. So how to raise the wall? You wet the pot and then hold a sponge, and with two finger like this, just wet this pot, and with two finger and slow down the speed at that time, and with two finger pressing each other, and then you see the walls are raising like that. So keep wetting your clay like this and then keep raising. How much tall you want a pot, it will keep going up. So this is a raised wall cylinder, and this is the basic principle of the pot making. Basically you have to make a cylinder. After that you can do anything. You can put handle on that, you can put lid on that, you can decorate with the so many spatulas or so many things you can do. That is totally up to you. So when this product is ready, you have to separate it from here, and then you have to fire it. Before you do the glazing, you have to fire. This is a non-fired cylinder or the pot, and this is fired. This is my kiln here. It's only this is basically for 2 or 3 pieces. So it's a small kiln which goes up to 2200 degree Fahrenheit, and then you make it bisque. So bisque product is here. After that fire, this product will come here. Because the consistency is like a biscuit, that is why this is called bisque. So, and you can see the consistency difference in this and in this. So there is a lot of difference.
So that is the non-bisqued.
Non-bisque. This is non-fired.
And that the white one is the fired
Yeah.
pot.
So after that you glaze it because it becomes homogeneous, and glaze it, or you make any painting, which Shalini is going to do that one. This is our glaze, and then you biscuit, then you again fire it. After firing, that will be your final product, which we will show you. But on this product, because I already glazed 3 times on this, and now Shalini will show you how to make a Warli painting on pot. That is what our product should be.
All right, Shalini. So we are looking forward to seeing you showing us how to do the Warli painting.
Yeah.
But maybe you can also tell us a little bit about Warli painting. What is it all about?
So this Warli painting is done by a Warli tribe, and what they used to do in those days, they used to depict the daily activities of their life, and also either about the music or festival, and they didn't have the brushes or anything, colors in those times. So they used to use the twigs of the grass as a brush and the rice paste as a color. So usually it's done in white, but nowadays we have so many things available in the market. I'm using the black paint here, and I'm using a square to draw the Warli figure. And Warli figure is mostly about the geometric shapes. And if you can see that I'm making a torso of a man, and if you see that I'm first going to make a triangle. And that's how becomes the torso of the human body.
So did you say that people used to use this to decorate their homes?
Yes. Actually, now we have so many things available in the market to decorate our homes, but in those times they didn't have anything to decorate, and that's how this art is used to decorate the walls of their houses, the huts. And they use the rice paste mixed with the gum arabic as a color. So here is our torso, and now we'll draw the neck. And for the easiness, I'm using a Q-tip to make the head of the human figure. So the basic shapes used in Warli art is the triangle, and it denotes like a mountain. Basically, it comes from the mountain, and the circle from the sun or the moon.
So shapes that we find in nature.
Yes. You're right, yes.
Oh, wow, that does look like a human figure.
Yes.
Very nice.
It's coming, maybe I can. Okay, so
that is very nice.
So usually the Warli tribe, they used to depict the music, festival, or the ceremonies like a birth of a child or the marriage scene you will see. So here I have made a human figure, but if you want to make a lady, you just add a bun here, and then you can see now it's a lady.
Oh, that's nice.
And if you want to decorate the bun, you can just add some decorations here.
That is really cool. Very nice.
And now once it's done, it dries, Dr. Gaba will tell you what he is going to do.
And this product will go again into the fire, our kiln, and then we will fire it, and we will have a final product is like this. So this is our example of final product. Warli painting on pot.
Wow,
From
that is
India.
beautiful. Can you
And-
turn and show us the pot? Can you turn the pot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't
That
it
is-
beautiful?
That is really great.
I hope you like our session of the Warli painting on pot, and
Yeah.
you will also.
And if you want to learn, please
Yeah.
contact us. The information is there on our website. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.